Welcome back to our office administration class. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at visual communication. Visual communication is a transmission of a message in a form that can be looked at. So basically, we are saying that visual communication is a message that we can see or we can decode it visually. And when we talk about something visually, that means that we're using our eyes to interpret whatever message is being said or communicate to us. Visual communication includes charts, graph, sign, and body language. It also includes multimedia presentation, for example, like using text and messages and songs. There are many ways that we can communicate visually. For example, there are pictures, charts, graphs, pictograph, line graph, histograms, bar graph, pie chart, signs, and body language. Now let's talk about pictures as a mean of visual communication. Now businesses use pictures in a variety of ways when they're promoting products and services in forms of advertisement. They might place a picture of a various product that they want to advertise or a picture of a service that they provide to attract customers. Pictures are also used for reporting events. For example, the company is having a meeting or they're having a get together, and they could use pictures to portray their message over to their audience. A business can also use picture to introduce managers and new staff. Charts. Now a chart is a drawing, usually with some text to represent information briefly and explicitly. Now businesses use charts in many ways. For example, they could use charts in an organizational chart to show the position and the lines of responsibilities of the various position within that company, or they could use charts as flow charts, so to show a process or a sequence. Graphs are used by business to communicate information mainly relating to numerical data or numbers, and it make it easier for person to grasp the whole idea. When you're talking about numbers or using a lot of numbers, graphs make it easier to understand what someone is trying to communicate to you with numbers. Pictographs are charts that use pictures and are sometimes called icons to represent their quantities. Now, businesses may use pictographs when they don't have a lot of categories of information to present, because it more pictures it will lose its effectiveness and it's very hard to grasp a large pictograph. So it is used in presentations for businesses to present their data when there's a small amount of data to present or to share. Line graphs are constructed by joining points representing individual measurements that lie between a horizontal point. Now, line graphs are normally used by business to represent or to compare more than one data next to each other, because they could show the trends of sales of two different products, and they could use two different colors or two different lines to represent a product, and they could easily make comparison between those two products using a line graph. Histogram. A histogram uses a series of adjoint triangles to represent how frequent values occur in a set of data. A histogram can be used only when the data are continuously measured, such as age, weight, time, temperature, and height. If data is not continuous, then a bar graph consisting of separate columns is used. Bar graphs. A bar graph is drawn using rectangular bars that vary in heights in proportion to the value they represent. A bar graph is used to represent discontinuous data, such as model of vehicle, country, or product, or colors. Pie chart. A pie chart is a circle that is divided into segments that vary in size according to the quantity they represent. Pie charts are used to show the way that a single whole quantity is divided into a composite part. Pie chart cannot be used to show change over time. Signs. Signs are often used to communicate with customers and personnel about business, products, safety, and other issues. An effective sign can be read and understood from a distance. The message should be simple and unambiguous. Body language. Visual communication also include body language, the transmission of message by facial expression, gestures, and postures.